Hello everyone, and welcome to Roy Talks, where we have honest conversation about real life issues that affect everyday people. We are still on breaking the chains. Today, I want us to talk about something that many people miss until it's too late. We are talking about the hidden signs of substance abuse. Let me start by asking a simple question. If someone you love was struggling with substance abuse, would you recognize the signs? Most people will probably say yes. We often imagine that the signs would be so obvious. We think we immediately notice if a friend, child, siblings, spouse, or even our colleague is having a problem. But the truth is, substance abuse often starts quietly. It doesn't always announce itself. It can creep into a person's life little by little. That's why many families don't recognize it until the situation gets even serious. So today, let's talk about some of the hidden warning signs and why paying attention could make all the difference. One of the first things you may notice is a change in behavior. Someone who used to be cheerful or even a talkative suddenly becomes withdrawn, moody, or usually secretive. Let me ask you this. Have you ever watched someone you care about slowly stop talking about their life? Maybe they no longer tell you where they are going. Maybe they avoid conversations. Or maybe they seem distant, or even when they are physically present. Now, sometimes that can also be caused by stress, anxiety, or personal struggles. But sometimes it's a sign of something deeper is happening. Another warning sign is a sudden change in friendship. A person may begin spending time with completely different group of people while pulling away from longtime friends. They may become defensive whenever you ask them about their new friendships. Again, it doesn't automatically mean that drugs are involved, but sometimes it's worth paying attention to. You may also notice that they lose interest in activities they once loved or enjoyed, just like playing football. Some like listening to music, or maybe they were active in church, school, work, maybe family activities or even community activities. Then suddenly, they seem disconnected from everything. Here's a question for you. What will go through your mind if someone you know suddenly stopped caring about things that once brought them so much joy? Sometimes people lose interest because they are overwhelmed or they are struggling emotionally. But in some cases, substance abuse is playing a role. You might also notice problems with responsibilities. Let's take for example, a student who once performed well may begin struggling academically. An employee who was so much dependable may start missing work or arriving late. Commitments are forgotten. Promises aren't kept. Deadlines are missed. Little by little, important parts of life begins to fall apart. You may also notice unusual tiredness or sudden burst of energy, red glassy eyes, maybe changes in appetite, and most especially, poor personal hygiene. Or some may even lose weight or gain weight, depending on the drugs. Now, I want to emphasize on something very, very important. One sign alone does not prove substance abuse. A person may be dealing with grief. They may be battling depression, or they may be under intense stress. That's why it's important to look for patterns rather than jumping to conclusion. As family members, friends, and even loved ones, our role is not to accuse. Our role is to care enough to ask a question. Instead of saying, "What's wrong with you?" why don't you just try saying, "I've noticed you have been different lately. Is everything okay?" That simple question can open a door that someone desperately needs. Sometimes people are carrying burdens they don't know how to talk about. Sometimes they are waiting for someone to notice. And sometimes one caring conversation can become the first step towards getting help. Before we wrap up today's episode, I would love to hear from you. Have you ever witnessed the hidden signs of substance abuse in a friend? Maybe family member, colleague, or even in yourself. How did that affect you? What lessons did you learn? One thing I've learned over time or over the years is that real life experiences often teach us more than statistics can ever do. Your story could help someone recognize the pattern or problems early. Your experiences could encourage someone to seek help. And in some cases, it could even save a life. So, if you have a story you would like to share, send me a DM and let's connect. You may even have the opportunity to share your experience on our future episode of Roy Talks. Remember, awareness is powerful. Conversation matters. And help is always possible. Thank you for joining me today. Let's continue raising awareness, breaking the stigma, and reminding people that they are never alone. Until next time, take care of yourself and look out for one another. I'm Roy.